Hey, everybody. Guess who's back? Your favorite old broad. I know I've been gone a while, but today, and to come back, I had to have somebody special. And I thought, who could I bring in to help me be back on the show after being gone since like last summer? And I thought to myself, the great Corbie Mitleid. Corbie's going to be here, so stay tuned. Grab a drink. I've got a big one right here. Here we go. Now shut up. The show's starting. Hey, everybody. I got a little White Lotus going here. You know, anybody seen the movie, the TV series White Lotus? It kind of sounds like that. So I thought, hey, what the hell? Are you guys in for a great treat today? Oh, we're going to talk about my absence. But I'm back. And I'm going to have so much fun. But you know, I don't even have... Oh, thank you. Oh, my God. They're making comments already. People are popping in already. Oh, thank you. So anyway, everybody, you all know my guest here on the show today. I mean, she's one of the best of the best. One of the most fabulous psychic mediums that get to come on my show. And we just have so much fun. And I said to her, I called her last week. I said, Corbie, I'm going on. Would you like to be my guest when I come back to do the show? And she said yes. So put your hands together and welcome the diva herself, Corbie Mitleid. There we go. Hey, Corbie.
Hello, Esther, you fabulous thing, you.
Thank
so good
you.
to see you.
It's good to see you. Let me bring this music down. It irritates me. Oh, my God. Look at everybody turning in. Hi, everybody. It's Ester Goldberg, and I'm back. I know. I've been on a sabbatical, I guess. I don't know if Jews have sabbaticals. I guess they do. But at least I wasn't at a kibbutz.
Wow.
I know, right? But anyway, oh my God, love to you. Okay, let's look at everybody checking in here. Look at this. There's there's Leanne Bromeyer, hi Lee, Robert Cole, Lisa Thomas, Richard Fuchs, Triple Crown. Thank you, Triple Crown. Yeah, no, it's been sitting up in a box. And let's see, Audrey Dunham, Elizabeth Wright, everybody, hello. And I try to say hello to everybody that I can. And Elizabeth says, hi, Corbie.
Hi, darling.
So just for everybody checking in, because you come in from all over. I mean, the Politics is a Drag page. Hi, everybody at Politics is a Drag. Yes, I'm going to do some new videos over there. And everybody in Ester Goldberg. Paul Lynn page. Hi. Paul's not here. Michael's not here. I am. But, you know, I can do Paul's voice. All you have to do is that I can do a Paul Lynn impression. I can. People don't believe it, but I can. So all the people over there at Paul Lynn, and then everybody tuning in from did I say Triple Crown? Everybody tuning in from YouTube. Anyway, Corbie.
Yes, my darling.
How's your life this week? You've been busy.
Oh, I have been very, very busy. Life has been a little mad, but, you know, I had to really up my game. Knowing you were going to be the host today, I had to really fluff and buff my aura. You know, it's one of those things.
Oh, please. You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did. Yes,
no,
I did.
Just a little bit. I mean, who was? Oh, look, Virginia Pursley's here too. Gosh, another fabulous tarot psychic reader. But I think it was Triple Crown. Before the show, I saw Triple Crown come on, and Triple Crown goes, Esther, you're back. I have to go get dressed. I'm thinking to myself, okay, you have to send a picture. Corbie has new frames.
Yes, I do. Yes. Well, you know, when you used to have eyesight that was 21,000, 1,200 until you got cataract surgery and they put in the lenses.
Right.
Now you can have all kinds of cheap magnifiers. You go and have parties. So these are my official. Do you remember Sally, Jesse, Raphael?
Yes,
they are.
There they are. Very Sally, Jesse, Raphael. Oh,
yes,
my
they are.
I can't. There are so many people checking in today.
This is wonderful.
I think they must have missed me. But for everybody that's tuning in, I'm in. Michael's, that's the moron right there who's like my manager. Anyway, he's not here today. I'm here today. But for everybody that's checking in, my guest is the fabulous psychic medium, intuitive. She's an author, Corbie. Corbie Mitleid, and I just love her to death. And what's fun is when Corbie comes on the show. When Corbie comes on the show, and if you're in the chat room here on the YouTube, and I think let's see, hold on. Oh yeah, there's other people here from there's other people here from Facebook. Oh yeah, somebody says, "Oh, you look." Esther reminds me of Joy Behar from The View. She's got more money than me. But anyway, so anyway, Corbie sometimes picks up. We'll get to that point at some point here, where she can like pick up things sometimes from people when they're in the chat room. So we you know, when she picks things up, she'll tell you about it. But there's a couple of rules when we get there, and we're going to cover that in a few minutes.
Anyway,
so
meanwhile, I may call in Allie. We may call in Allie today.
Oh my! You know I'll cry. You know I'll cry if you bring in Allie. I'll cry. If you
the thing is. You know, your other wonderful Pat Dumas, she and I are going for a girls' retreat next month to, believe it or not, Scranton, Pennsylvania, because it's halfway between where she lives and I live. So we have a couple of rooms that home 2 suites so we can cook healthy, etc. Bottle of wine, discuss a book we want to write together. But there is the Mohegan, Pennsylvania casino. Now, when you go to a casino, you have got to channel Allie.
Right.
The times when I went to the Saratoga Casino with Allie, legendary. Watching her knock certain ways on the machines and going places. And she will key in when I've got a scratch-off ticket. I mean, I've won 5 different $500 tickets because Allie would say, "No, idiot, that one." And so I'm hoping that she'll come to Mohegan, Pennsylvania with us and tell me which machines to play.
Oh my God. Well, you know, I'll tell you what she told me. What? And every time I've done it, she always says, find the slot machines that have the wolves. And she goes, play those. And every time I've played them, I've won like 50, 60, $100. And then I'm so cheap, I'm afraid I'm going to lose the money. So I leave. But I remember, Corbie, about a year ago when you was here on the show, and you said something like, you got an extra $100, go play it at the casino for Allie. I just haven't had that extra $100. Times are tough.
As soon as you do, you go. It's like, you know, the libation to the gods.
Right, the libation to the gods.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there, Corbie, psychic medium, one of the best. What do you think? Mercury went direct this week.
Thank God.
Mercury went direct, but we're still in the shadows, right?
Which means it's ebbing away. It's not as bad as it was. Mercury retrograde, it bit everybody's butt this time. Communication snafus, computers were dying, cars were dying. Please.
And then, thank you, Gina Sandy. Gina Sandy actually did my script for the Paul Lynn show that we was, I'm producing the Paul Lynn show, I was producing for Michael. And Gina Sandy just say thank you. She just gave me $1.99. So if you're in YouTube, you can give me a tip, and it helps pay for all this stuff because Grandma's gonna buy a new pair of Pradas. Anyway, I'm kidding. I don't have any Pradas. They're all fake. But anyway, there's so many people here. There's Tom DeMille and Holly Chia. Everybody, we're going to say hello. We'll get to everybody at some point, but just hold tight because we love to find out what's happening in the world because Corbie just has her tarot cards on the pulse of the world. And you have, how many sets of tarot cards do you have?
Yeah, tarot cards. I probably have 5, though I only use one particular, but oracle cards.
Right.
Oh, we got a ton, guys. We have an absolute ton.
There you go. So
plus, of course, the one for kids. I have my children's deck.
Right. And I have mine here too. Remember those ones that I
yeah. What, do you want to do dueling readings with me today, Esther?
I don't think so. I shuffle the damn cards and then I go, here, what's this? And then I hold it up and I go, Corbie, what does this mean? But we'll do that later. But it's about you today. It's about you. And I just hosted. I am just.
There's nothing just about you, Esther Goldberg.
I wish you could see the numbers. There's so many people tuning in today. I'm just blown away by this. So anyway, so Mercury went direct. We're seeing all this crazy stuff. I know we don't like to talk politics because, there's some people that are Republicans, some people that are Democrats, and it can become a touchy subject and people get upset about it. But it's, first, let me preface this for people out there. I used to be a Republican. I used to tell people I was a Republican in business and a Democrat in my social life. That's what it was. But then the only reason why I left the Republican Party was because of the fact that they changed and went crazy. This whole crazy Freedom Caucus of loonies took over. So that's it. So what were you pointing for? So Corbie,
Sandra Marie Leah is a poacher and a scam, and she's starting to hit everybody. Send me a friend request. I'm going to make this speech that I make to all of you whenever I'm on. If you see that, that's a scam artist, that's a poacher, that's a liar, and they will steal your money. Never, ever, ever respond to something like that, because no professional intuitive would stoop that low.
Right. I just got rid of her. And they're and they, what it is, they see how many people are tuning in, and then it's like they come in and go, wow.
Of course.
Because I guess Michael's been doing this for months now, so the little turd has been like getting a huge audience. But I think I'm surpassing him today.
Good. Let's have a little horse race between the two of you.
I know. Oh, thank you, Angela. Angela, all the way from New Zealand. My house got slammed into by a Suburban. Okay. So Marianne Spellman says, Corbie, where is it? Corbie, will you be doing any shows in Scranton?
Marianne, I have not taken a vacation, a real vacation, since my honeymoon in 2002. I work all the time. Pat and I are doing a 2-day retreat just with each other, girl 2 days. So I love you, but we are not working when we're there.
Right. Good. So anyway, oh gosh, how do we say this? So, it just seems like gas prices have gone down, and they seem to be they're going to go lower, I think. They're still talking recession. Is there going to be one? Is there not going to be a recession? Nobody knows. We just see, I guess the biggest question most people ask is Trump do you feel that Trump is ever going to get indicted or the book thrown at him?
If the book gets thrown at him, he's going to duck. I honestly don't think that he'll take the presidency again. I think that there are too many people in the United States who wouldn't like that. Right. Especially, have you heard who's angling for his VP?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes, and I saw somebody gave her a rap name, MTG, EMPTY, MTG. I love it.
No, we don't need a nutcase like that.
No, because that means in the budget that would be proposed by Trump and MTG would be extra money for the United States to have their own space lasers. And I don't think we need that.
No, it's crazy. No. I think DeSantis is going to give him a run for his money.
Yeah.
And he's just as evil. he's like the tyrant in Florida right now. I mean, he's like, I love the fact that these African-American kids are rising up to say, no, you can't, because he wanted to take out the whole history of slavery and the African-Americans come to this country. And you're like, what? You can't just erase history. That's what Hitler did.
That's exactly right.
Hitler tried to erase history, the past, and rewrite it. And this moron is trying to do the same thing. But, I think what's going to happen, this is my own opinion, is that it's going to be 2 years of just craziness in the House. That's what I feel. It's going to be craziness in the House. And then America's going to see what wacko dinghoys they are. And we're going to get the House back.
I think you're right. As long as the gerrymandering, see, we're on two levels here. If it was just things were status quo yes, the Republicans are going to show off their clown car and we get everything back in 2024. But remember also that the state legislatures are doing everything they can with voter suppression and gerrymandering so that any Democratic counties are split up, whatever they can do. As so many writers have said, the only way that the Republicans can win anymore is to fix the dice.
Yeah.
Because this country is more and more democratic.
Right, it is. And you know, if we get I mean, they're already there. The Republicans know they're going to lose the House in 2024. Already do. Now we're waiting to find out. Do you think Biden's going to run? I mean, he seems hell bent to run again. You know,
I know he does. I know he does. But as much as I love Uncle Joe, he is slowing down. If you watch
his walking and everything,
yes, from when he first came on in 2021 to now.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody who's in the presidency, I don't care how healthy they are, it slams them in the 4 years they'll age 12.
Look at Obama. So, he had dark hair and silver hair.
Now he's, absolutely. Okay. So
go ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Countries have star signs, but that's not me. That's Pat Dumas.
I know, but I just thought that somebody wrote that up there. So listen, people, if you've got a question about the world, first we're going to start off this way. Okay. See what Corbie feels. We're not going to ask about personal stuff right yet, but if there's issues about the world, about life, things going on in the world, feel free to ask. Is there something you want to know about politics or something like that? And I mean, Corbie will take out the cards and pull a tarot card on it. So let's start off doing that, and then we'll get to the personal stuff. How's that? Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, there's a bunch of you out there. But if you've got some questions, just go ahead and type it. Oh, thank you, Ziegfeld. Oh my God. You're such a sweetheart, Ziegfeld. Thank you. Yeah, with the money that you guys contribute in YouTube actually help pay for this, because it cost me $50 a month just to run this thing, and then the internet is $75. By the time, it's a couple of $100 each month just to have this each week. But I really do appreciate it. Here we go. Somebody just wrote, Lisa Thomas. We just kind of talked about that. It's coming. She goes, do you see anybody running against Trump in the next election in the Republican Party? Okay.
It's obviously DeSantis, but I do think we're going to get one of the other governors, whether it's Youngkin or Abbott or one of the other Republican governors is going to take a shot. Even Chris Sununu from New Hampshire.
I saw that this morning.
He says that he's putting out feelers.
Right.
And, will it be hard to stump Trump? Might be. Right now, the one who has a chance is DeSantis. But remember that if you look at all the presidential runs, the person who is in the front in the beginning is rarely the one that gets the nomination. Always. So I think there's going to be somebody who's going to stomp on DeSantis.
Right. I think so as well, because I think, things are starting to happen there. Here we go. Someone just wrote, hey, I'd love to hear Corbie's take on Ukraine and if the war is escalating with Germany and NATO seemingly ramping up to join in.
Okay. Yes, I think it is. Guys, do you want me to pull a card on this? I'm going to show you.
Pull a card.
It is the Tower card, which is complete collapse. What that means is this war is going to get a lot worse and involve a lot more.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Do I think Russia will win? No. Do I think that there's going to be a lot more doom, death, and destruction before? Yes. Do I think that Putin will be out of office? I don't know. He's as slippery as Trump. Yeah. He is as slippery as Trump.
Okay, Eileen, this is not going to I don't even need a card for this one. Eileen Siskray, recently a Facebook friend, said Michelle Obama is being groomed to run. What do you think? No.
Michelle has said in every language known to man plus Martian, she has no interest. Absolutely not. What she put herself through when Barack ran was enough for her.
Right.
She has so many other, she's doing brilliantly with Becoming and The Light We Carry. And no, she's found her niche.
Right.
She is an elder stateswoman, and that's plenty.
Right. Montana Falvini. She's one of my fans for a long time. She's in Germany, and it's getting worse here, she said.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. They're just rapid fire right now, Corbie. Here is this. Any thoughts or feelings about Justin Castro? I mean, Trudeau.
I know you thought you were being funny about Justin Castro, but I think that that's actually a politician here in the United States. I like him better with a beard than without. But I think that Trudeau will leave. I think he's going to realize that he's done everything he can. There's no more nourishment that he has or he can give to Canada. So, yeah, I think that he's going to be out within 3.
There's another one. Oh, wait a minute. That was an LOL. Hold on. I just had this one. Here we go. Hey, Corbie, can I ask the difference between being an empath and being a
clairsentient?
Clairsentient. What is a clairsentient? I don't even know.
You will hear psychics talk about the clairs. Clairsentience is clear seeing. Claircognizance is clear knowing.
Right.
Actually, clairvoyant is clear seeing. I don't use the clairs with me because my stuff is kind of all mixed up. Being an empath, you feel things in your gut, especially emotional pain.
Right.
Okay. I did not watch the video from Memphis because not only would an empath be horrified by what was there, but they feel what they watch. And I could not take that. So a person with clairs, clairsentience, clairvoyance, claircognizance,
right?
That's head analytical stuff. Empath is the heart.
Gotcha. Interesting. Here we go. This one I can answer. This one you don't even have to pull a card on it. Any thoughts on COVID and if things will level off, is it going to be around for decades to come?
Well, what if I said yes? Yes, it's going to level off. But the thing is, it will be around weaker, but we do need to look at new vaccines because they're discovering that COVID is vascular.
Right.
Anyone who's had COVID, especially if they've had it twice, there are deep permanent changes in the body and the organs. It's not just like flu of the lungs. This is what happens when you have this mass extinction, millions of creatures dying, climate change.
Right.
And so as the earth changes and warms, you're going to have more beasties attacking us. When I first moved here to the Northern Catskills in 2001, you never had ticks. Now, not only do you have the ticks that give you Lyme disease, but the weather is warm enough that they never die. We don't even have a break in the winter.
Wow.
So yes, more and more there are going to be bugs, viruses, and superbugs, whether it's COVID or a cousin of it, that we need to be aware of. It's one of the reasons, do what you can for your own health, whether it's exercise, whether it's eating right, you know better than to smoke, things like that.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We have to take care of ourselves better if we're going to survive.
All right. So here's a validation for you, Missy. I remember this when Montana was on, and tell Corbie, she said, I'm flying to the United States at the beginning of the year. Yes, I do, in March. She was right. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know, Montana. We never know if we're right if we don't see people, because we're trying not to concentrate on that. So this is a gift back to us. Thank you.
Yeah. So Nadja, you need to be a little bit more specific. Okay. Hold on. Nadja asked about message.
I know. Yes, Nadja. She probably knows from my free reading hours.
Okay.
Very often there, people will just say, message from my guides, please. And I have time to do it there. Here, because I'm working with Esther and we have a lot of people, we're working on questions that I can answer without having to do deep trance work. But remember that I will be doing a free reading hour in February, and that's where you need to go.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to get a hold of Corbie, you go to CorbieMitleid.com, and I'll put that up. Everything, all the information for Corbie is on the profile here on YouTube and on Facebook. You'll see all the information to get a hold of her to have a reading. Okay, let's see. There's our gorgeous Angela from New Zealand. She says, "Hi, Corbie. Our Prime Minister in New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, which I probably pronounced wrong, unexpectedly resigned a week ago. There's lots of talk she was told to go. She was very unpopular during our COVID time."
So what's the question? Was she told to go, I guess?
Was she told to go? Well, that's like what happened here in Nevada. Governor Sisolak got the stupid crap end of the deal because he had to close down Las Vegas, and the idiot that just took over, who's now the governor, used that.
Yeah.
Well, he closed it down and people lost jobs, and so that's why he didn't win. And
her card is the dancing on quicksand card. I think that she just got exhausted from we love you, we hate you, we love you, we hate you, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Wow. Interesting. Lisa Thomas says something like the Green Mile. I missed that. I don't know what that means. COVID's a monster. Anyway, so what else was that? There was something else. Okay, so people are asking questions. Hey, Tammy Benson, and there's a bunch of you that came in, Lisa and Jackie. Jackie says, "Hi, guys and dolls from Tennessee. Pull, learn, teach, and preach." 31. Thank you, Jackie M. Eileen Sisk. Let's see. Just saying hello to some people. There were some people that I missed that came in. Lori Hall. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Hold on. Hey, there it is. MK Scott. Hey, MK. He's in Seattle. Sweet guy. Very big leader in the LGBTQ community in Seattle. And anyway, all right, folks, here we go. What happens is when you want to ask Corbie questions in the comments. I think I'm gonna take the liberty to be the first one, and I'm gonna ask.
Go, Esther, go.
Go, Esther, go. As you know, I lost a dear friend of mine, Barbara DeBella. One of my dearest friends. And I was showing you this. Picture earlier of her and I. That is from the studio, Warner Brothers. That's at the back. That's one of the sound stages. That's us going to Disneyland in 1991. And her sister Janet, who is like my sister. I mean, they're like my two Italian sisters.
Okay.
And Janet has been dealing with these candles in the house, and every time they're these, the candles that have that turn on. They're not real candles.
They're electrical, and you flip the switch at the bottom. I know which ones you're talking about.
You know which one I'm talking. Well, these candles keep turning on by themselves. Whenever we talk about Barbara or whatever, somebody comes to visit, the candles come on. She's not touching them. And I know, Janet, you're listening. Okay. So I just thought, is Barbara letting us know she's okay?
Well, the first thing is I have to tell you, she had a hell of a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Because the vision that she gave me when you and I were talking just before is, the box opera seat like Statler and Waldorf were on in the Muppet, right?
Right.
She swans in this gorgeous gown. She is literally picking up Statler and Waldorf, flinging them like this and taking their seat and leaning over. She will, like our friend Allie, she will not go quietly into that good night. She is going to hang around because she has appointed herself as spirit guide and celestial manager to the people she loves. As far as the candles turning on, absolutely.
Yeah.
When people cross over, there are certain things that they can do. People will see lights flicker on and off. Radios will go on. Toys will, little mechanical toys will start. So the candles makes perfect sense. The other thing that I would not be surprised is if she ever were cannot talk, not enough coffee, wore cologne, perfume, anything like that. you're going to start to smell it in places where it shouldn't be. Example, when my mother died, a few days after she died, my house reeked of emerald perfume, and I never bought a bottle.
Right?
So those are ways that she is going to let you know, I've landed, I've signed the guest register, I've unpacked my bags, I have the orientation tour, now I can get back to you.
Right. And there was an incident. It was an incident that happened with her with nail polish. A couple of weeks, a few weeks ago, 'cause she's died about a month ago, and they just had the funeral a couple of weeks ago. But there was this whole thing. I can't remember the exact story, but Janet was talking about this. And Lewis had picked up something about nail polish, and all of a sudden, this nail polish. She said, "Get rid of the nail polish" or something, and it was just really weird. And Janet had the stuff out there, but it was like it was just interesting. But yeah, and I know you're listening, Janet. I know you're listening, so I hope this makes you feel really good, because it makes me feel good inside, because you know how much I loved her.
And the one other thing I'm going to say is there's going to be something unexpected that shows up is there a garden around where they are?
Oh yeah.
There's something very unusual that, I mean, who else would it be that's going to show up in the garden?
They have a beautiful area in the back of the house with a little fountain and stuff. Interesting. Wow. Thank you. So anyway, you were so sweet. Let's see. Richard said he found dimes in strange places for last year. Hold on one second. Nadia, yes, you can ask a more specific question. Okay. So write it down. We're going to get to it one step at a time. Let me go back up here. Somebody had asked a question. Let's see. Thanks, Corbie. Can I ask? I found dimes. Oh, here it is. So here we go. Moving on. Nadia Rakovic says, will I be financially stable soon? What do I need to focus on? What do you pick up?
All right. The 10 of Wands card says you need to focus on all the outgoing. How many responsibilities? Do you lend money? Do you have those just automatic subscriptions, etc.? You are carrying too many small things. There's an expression, death by 1,000 cuts, meaning they may be small cuts, but you're constantly bleeding. That's the thing. And you have to learn to say no, nada. You have to learn that selfishness is not a bad thing. If you do that, then money becomes your partner again, not your adversary.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, hold on. Another one of these crazy people. Delete and block. And
they can't even spell psychic right. Oh, that's a winner.
I know. So everybody, here we go. If you've got some questions about people, here we go. We never had anybody ask this one before. Marianne Spellman says, is my house haunted? What would make you say that, Marianne? You can write it.
All right. She can. And also, I would want to see a picture of the house. I don't use pictures always, but picture of the house. Very often, if somebody asks that and I'm working online with them, they'll give me the address and I'll look it up on like realtor.com or something, or Google Earth. Houses that are more than 60 or 70 years old, probably there's at least one ghost that's hanging out there. Yes.
Right.
So
hold on. I'm putting your website up so people can get it. I just want to make sure I spelled it right.
Sure.
There we
Mitleid.
Oh, I know. There it is. CorbieMitleid.com. Listen to this. Okay. Barbara was the gardener, so I fully expect her to do things in the garden. You didn't know that?
No.
You did not know that. You did not know that. Okay, here we go. Kim. Okay, this is for your medical friend.
Yep.
Let's see what you have to
right here.
Will the doctors be able to find out what is going on with me medically?
Boom. Please note, we don't do health questions here. A, I'm a hypochondriac, so it doesn't help me. And B, it's not really my wheelhouse, but I want you all to look. Stacy Wells, known her for 25 years. I think she's the best medical intuitive in the United States. She saw my breast cancer when the doctors missed it. She saw brain tumors people have missed. You want to talk to this woman. She is freaking awesome. She can literally look at the DNA in your body and tell you what's going on. So there she is, StacyWells.com.
Wow. There you go. And she's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our girlfriend, Virginia Pursley. This is the one thing that I love, is that everyone that knows when we do these things, we do these shows and stuff, that I have a bevy of the best psychic mediums, tarot readers, astrologers that pop in. But sometimes they need a little help. They need a little guidance.
Yep.
And these girls, Corbie and Pat and Debbie, Tatel and Lewis and Marla, Dore and Virginia, I have a special little private place that they can go to, that they can call and write each other on Facebook. It's a private room. So interesting. Virginia wrote, scared to ask, but I need a reality check, Corbie. Something happened at work. I have a meeting this week. Will I be heard? Wise to talk? A possible outcome.
Okay. 3 cards then, Virginia. Will you be heard? It's going to take them some time to either hear you or get it, whether that is extra time in the meeting or some days. Is it wise to talk? You can talk, but I am not sure that it's going to make a difference. What is the outcome? The outcome is it's going to go to whoever is the highest up, whether that's HR, CEO, whatever. So just remember one thing. If you end up leaving, the universe does have something better for you. I have experienced this personally. So has Esther. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to. This one is Rat's Nest. My dad passed away just before Thanksgiving. Is he wanting to say anything or give me some advice?
Okay, Rat's Nest. Mediumship is one of the things I do not do here, but this is why. Not that it's wrong for you to ask, but when I get seriously into mediumship, it's a 15, 20-minute conversation that you get to have with your dead person, which is why I do that privately on my website. The fact that she said he passed away Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
All right, December. All right, I would give him another 30 days. I tend to like to give them 90 days from the time of death so that they adjust to being out of the body. They get in their full soul self. They hang up the dumb stuff about their personality. But if you want to contact me privately, I would be happy to do that for you.
And Rat's Nest, I can tell you, it's amazing. It is amazing. It's you just unbelievable. Let's see. Here we go. There was somebody asking about their husband's hip injury turned into a surgery. That's another one of those medical thingies.
That I can look. I'm not looking in the body.
Okay, here you go, Tammy Ben.
All right, Tammy.
Here we go. Well, my husband's hip injury turned into a surgery.
So it is literally 50-50. They're still making some decisions on it. He's never going to be the spring chicken he was. He needs to understand that. And he has all kinds of ideas about, oh my God, what could it be? You guys need to wait and see what the doctors and the surgeons have to say. You are scaring yourself with the possibilities.
Interesting. This is a new person. See, this sounds very Portuguese to me for some reason. I am a community leader and national activist. We had to move back from San Francisco to the South to help my mother in hospice. She has passed, and it feels like everything is pushing us to move back to the Bay Area. Should I trust this, or am I walking away from an opportunity if I stayed in place? Satu, thanks, C.
Okay. I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. I'm going to pull 1 if you stay in the South, 1 if you go back to San Francisco. And let's see what your options are.
Okay, here we go.
Interesting. For San Francisco, they accidentally pulled 2 cards. I'm going to trust that. If you stay in the South, it's going to be very stop and go and stop and go. The South is very, very dangerous for those of us who are activists and leaders at this point in time. If you go back to San Francisco, the sun rises and a big thumbs up for some new opportunities. Obviously, get yourself back to California.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Sherry, Corbie's not going to tell you what she sees. You got to give us a reason what she might see. You know, that's so broad. you know, so you gotta,
Remember one thing, guys, if I'm going to handle 20, 30, 40 of you in the time that I'm with Esther, I don't have time to ask you the sub questions and spend a lot of time upstairs. We are doing fast. That's why one question gets it done.
by the way, the battery candle just went on while we were talking about Barbara. She doesn't miss much.
Give her my regards, Janet. Thank you.
Let's see, I see this. Okay, Tammy, give me a second. I'm going to check with some other people first before we come back. Virginia says, thank you. Here we go. Here's an interesting one. Annie Oper. I almost said Annie Oakley, one of our YouTube people. Will my book be published this year? Ooh, I'd love to know what it's about. What's it about, Annie? I just would like to know. But
interestingly, I think it needs to be published in two forms, whether it is an in your hand book and an ebook, or an in your hand book and an audio book, or two different places. Yes, but it needs to come out two places for you to really bring the money in.
Interesting. Okay, here we go. All right, Triple Crown. Hey, Triple Crown. He was Triple Crown. Want to know how long it took me to get ready. I just left a soul-sucking job in Florida, relocated to Iowa, where rents are cheap. I need a job, and I'm worried about finances and looking for one for far less stress, which means lower pay. Any guidance? Thank you.
All right, Triple Crown. I want to pull 3 cards for you on this one.
Uh-oh.
Number 1, the money is going to be there. Number 2, the problem with lower pay means you're going to be taken advantage of. Do not sell yourself short, please.
Right.
And the next job you get, long term. So it'll be there within 2 to 3 months. Just hang on.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Someone just said, if possible, could you just pull one card for me and let me know what it means? Is you want
What's this person's name?
Here it is. It's DeMarcus Page. Got an interesting avatar there, but if possible, could you pull just one card for me and let me know what it means?
Here you go, DeMarcus. The moon card has several meanings, but the one that I'm seeing for you is there is going to be a situation, that's the beastie coming out of the water, that needs to be handled quickly, quietly, and diplomatically, or all hell breaks loose, and you don't know the half of it yet. So what I want to tell you to do is remember how our mothers always said we had 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen twice as much as we talk. You must do this. And keep notes. And if you see a fight starting, at work, whatever, you keep your head down, you let the arrows go over your head. You do not get involved.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let me see here. Oh, Eileen Sisk. Eileen. Hey, Eileen. How are you? Because I'm wondering if my youngest son, Doug, 8/27/85, will ever be in love again and remarry. Okay.
Let's take a look. We need to look for queens for Doug.
I need to ask that question. Hey, Corbie. I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding.
There's a possibility in March, but she's very smart. He's going to have to match her brain for brain. But April is the queen of love. I think in the spring, there's going to be some seeds planted for a few new flowers. Let's just put it that way.
Spring could be sprung in the spring.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Okay, people, you're giving us some good questions here. This is kind of fun. Corbie, Leanne Brommeyer asked, Will I have to find a job? I've been retired for 18 months, and being on a fixed income with all the increases in the costs of living has made things a little challenging. Thank you. Let me tell you something, Leanne. The price of eggs, boy, it's crazy. I don't know what they're like there.
Victory through teamwork, Leanne. So yes, work, but you're going to have to find someplace where you love and and you're part of the team. Don't just be a Walmart greeter. Do something where you can actually enjoy it. Things are just going to get more expensive. That's the way of the world now. And if you're already tight and they're looking at slashing Social Security and Medicare, another job wouldn't hurt. But don't do something that is going to grind you down. Okay? There will be an opportunity that you will enjoy. That's what you look for.
You know, they're going to try to slash Medicare and Social Security with this whole debt limit thing. And it's going to be a standoff. And the president is going to let them, they're not going to let them do it. You cannot afford to do that with people on fixed incomes right now. It's absolutely ludicrous.
And I know that, but I think that the clown car is going to let America go into default, and we are going to be paying for it for years.
And that's why they're going to lose their butts in 2024. And if we can get all three houses back with a majority that can't be screwed with,
that would be lovely.
Things will. Oh, DeMarcus says thank you.
You're welcome, my friend.
Eileen says thank you. Annie says thank you. I was thinking about doing 2 options. The book is letters about living in Iran as a young woman. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. You know.
What do I do for a living, Esther? You know.
I'm telling you. Let's see. For the reading. Okay. And Pishoff Delorca says, thank you for the reading and the advisement. You are correct. It is dangerous here. I have to forward the gate mail and the Seth threats weekly. High energy to you and your work and much love. The final affirmation we needed. Our move starts in April after our 4 children's adoption is final. Very good. That's
well done.
And Leanne says, I appreciate your input and insight. Too many clowns in the car. That's right.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
What is this? Dorothy, put your questions on YouTube. Type in Ester Goldberg. Huh?
I think that she is telling that to other people.
Oh, gosh.
She's being kind. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dorothy Catalano. How are you? Sherry says, see, you started something with DeMarcus. There he goes. No specific question. Just hoping you would pull a card for me.
Okay.
I know. I love the look on your face.
All right. This is the 8 of Wands, which talks about communication, especially electronic communication. And the warning is things are going to happen for you faster than you're ready for. So be ready to jump.
Pretty cool. Well, hey, oh my God. Look at this. Look who says hello to us. Debbie T.
Hello, darling.
Hey, Debbie. Oh, long live all the fabulous queens. Indeed, Z. Here we go. What is this? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Hello. This is from Charlotte on YouTube. And she says, when will I go to the police academy? I already wrote the test waiting for results. Hello. Okay, here you go.
All right. I think October, the reason I'm saying October is the 10 of Wands, and that's the 10th month. So you'll be in a fall class. Okay. What else we got?
I'm trying to read them in advance so I don't put it up there. We have to give them a tongue lash, and we can't do that. Okay, Nakia McDowell said, who is this woman that grabbed me by the shoulders and whispered in my ear that my mom was going to be okay? It was twice that I have heard her, and I couldn't see her, but I could feel her.
The one thing I'm going to say is I'm seeing a nurse in 1940s nursing clothes. So I don't know if your mom's in the hospital or what, but I am literally seeing she's in the old-fashioned white nurse's cap. And the way the cap was folded always told you which nursing school she graduated from, and the whites. So there is somebody, either your mother knew a nurse, or if she's in a hospital, it's a nurse who felt strongly enough about her career that she kind of guardian angels the patients there. But it's definitely a nurse.
That's so interesting. That's so interesting. I'm paging up here. Let's say great news, Corbie, Triple Crown, optimistic about half the battle. Some of these questions came in so quickly, and I missed a few, and I just want to make sure. So if I missed you, feel free to write your question again. I say, okay, here it is. So Nikki says, I swear I'm losing my mind. I think my sleep act asked me yesterday if I was okay. Either I need to up my beds or there was someone in the room with me.
Okay. When we are falling asleep and we're at that, literally, if this is awake and this is asleep and we're about there, our mind can play tricks on us and ask about sleep. I'm not getting anything metaphysical for you, which doesn't mean you're nuts. It just means this is one of the things that our brain does. You're trying to fall asleep and all of a sudden, boom, there's this horrible thought. You didn't really think it, but it's there. their brains are kind of, it's like the disposal. So that's what it is. Your sleep app is not talking to you.
Yeah, trust me, I can talk to you about insomnia.
Mm.
my brain doesn't stop.
You're going to laugh. My thing for insomnia is I have to go make a little peanut butter sandwich, just a half. And there's tryptophan, which is like what's in turkey, in peanut butter, and it helps put you to sleep. Peanut butter sandwiches are great. Me, creamy nut chunky.
Wait a minute. A peanut butter has tryptophan in it?
I believe it does, because I looked at when I was not sleeping. I said, I need to eat something. What can I eat? Peanut butter.
Interesting. Because I get the Trader Joe's peanut butter crunchy.
Yeah. Well, but try it. Try a little peanut butter sandwich before you go to bed.
Okay, because then I'd have to like swish it down with almond milk. I'm in love with okay, Abby Adams, can you help me please? Abby, what you have to be specific. Give us something that we might be able to help you with, okay, dear? So I see you writing in from Facebook. Oh, and Eileen, now you've become the peanut butter queen. They're all going. Good to know. Yeah, and then Virginia's agreeing with you. Peanut butter does it. It's like
wonderful. Wonderful.
Brings a new meaning to Peter Pan. Do they still have Peter Pan peanut butter?
And Jiffy and Skip and all the things we grew up with. Absolutely.
Let's see. Hold on. What is this? I just love when we have people from Germany. Here we go. And thanks again to Corbie. She said a big boom is going to happen in 2024 in my career. I just got the message that they want me to sing in St. Petersburg, Florida to get to know me. The musical director was backing singer for Mary J. Blige and Aretha Franklin. It's starting. Yes, it does. All right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Rat's Nest is back. Why does my ex-husband want my kids not to have a relationship with me? What? Oh, okay. Here we go. Why does your ex-husband want my kids not to have a relationship with me?
This is a card about wild ideas, too many fantasies. He thinks that if he can turn your kids against you, they'll pay more attention to him. They'll agree with him that you're all. I mean, it's just dumb. This is just manipulation, darling. Nothing you've done.
Gotcha.
Okay. Just look at him and say, thank you for sharing. You may think that if you wish.
Okay. Abby James. Hey, Abby. Am I going to make an emergency operation? Okay. All
right, Abby, these are very serious questions.
Yeah.
Very serious questions. No good psychic would ever give you a 30-second answer. For one thing, why did your dad commit suicide is something that I handle in my soul plane readings, which take 12 hours of deep trance meditation.
Indeed.
Okay. Because I have to go look at his Akashic records and yours and the numerology and talk to his guides.
Yeah. It's
very as far as the right. Why you get so much hate where you live, I don't know you. I don't know where you live. Are you going to make a major emergency operation? That's my friend Stacy Wells. Okay. We answer more practical questions here, not life-threatening or life-changing.
Okay. Okay. Debbie Tatel says, trying to get out of town on Tuesday and getting walloped by energy. Can I get a quick call?
Always, my love.
I had a male escort.
It's Judgment Day. There is something you really, 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 really have to change before you go. Whether it is just making a decision, you don't necessarily have to make the decision happen. But I literally saw an 18-wheeler kind of like, boom, not crash into you, but it's something that big that you have to handle before you go.
And she will, because you know her cats are driving her crazy. The kitten. Have you paid attention to the running episodes at Debbie's house?
Of course.
With the kitten.
Of course.
Kitten driving her up the wall. I get these. Yes. I see these messages from her.
That's called. It's running the Kitty-Annapolis 500, and all kittens do that.
Right. And I said, you're supposed to have that cat. All right, Abby James. Okay, here we go. Abby came back. Something very simple. Will I meet a nice man?
Yes, but you're going to meet him in a very quiet space, whether it's a church, whether it's a library, so that you can have a calm get to know you, not a crazy one on a date. Okay?
Right. All right, people, those are just tuning in because people tuning in constantly over here. I mean, this is one of the biggest shows I've ever had with so many people. But if you have any questions, simple questions about your life that you'd like to answer it about money, love, that doesn't exist.
You want to ask me a general question about
Yeah.
psychic work or anything? Yeah, I'll talk about that too.
Right. If you have, there's some people who believe in psychics, some that don't believe in psychics. I personally believe in psychics big time. Feel free to go into the comment section and give us a question. But Abby, we already got you down. She's gonna do that. Deborah says, what is that? Brittany says, right, Deborah. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna throw another one out. That's me because I'm waiting for some other questions. Am I going to get out of this financial funk I've been thrown into since the freaking pandemic set me backwards so much? You know as well as I do. It's been tight, and I've just been, I've thrown Michael out there to work, and then now his show's on hold because he's got to write a new show, and I'm just sitting there going, how the hell,
Yes, you were going to get out of it by summer, darling.
Good.
Notice
summer. Oh my God.
She has abundance in both hands. Doesn't mean it's going to take that long to get money in to survive.
Right.
Not at all.
Right.
But for really rocking and rolling, summertime.
Gotcha. Because they want to take Michael's show, the Christmas show, and they want to do it into a theater show and put it into 10 cities. And starting in October. But they're still negotiating a deal on that. Okay, here we go. Back to not about me. Let's see. My house will not copy. Can you please tell me what? Okay, what is it? My house will not copy? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Marianne.
It could be that she can't give me a picture.
Oh, I gotcha. Can you tell me a value and sale date?
Marianne, do me a favor. Contact me for a reading because talking about your finances when we have hundreds of thousands of people listening is really not that bright. Okay. When I do readings on real estate, which I do a lot, we look at the house. We look at the seller, how many floors you have, the roof, the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Then we have a spread, lowest you would take, highest you would take. Then we check the date. See, so that's a 15-minute to really give you a good answer. Otherwise, I'm talking out of my hat.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't get that one. This one. Corbie, do you do past life regression, and how long does it take?
Okay. It's a great question, Virginia, and it's one a lot of people don't know. There is a difference between regression and retrieval. Regression must be done by a certified hypnotherapist or certified past life regressionist. Why? Because if you're the one going up into the Akashic and you witness you had a gruesome death or a trauma or something like that, the certified hypnotherapist will be able to pull you out just enough that you can observe but not relive it. What I do is retrieval. That's where you give me a life situation, and I'm the one who goes up to the Akashic and says, read chapter 2. How long it takes is how long do we need? Sometimes I can get a past life in about a minute and a half. That's when I do the past life galleries, the way other people do mediumship galleries.
Right.
But if you're looking at a life challenge, for instance, why did I choose to have a schizophrenic son? Then I'm looking at your numerology and I'm pulling down several lives for both of you from the Akashic to see how they weave together. So you asked a tiny question, but you got a big answer.
There you go. How about this one? C. Ziegfeld says, will I be moving anytime soon?
Let me take a look.
Oh, C. Ziegfeld.
March, April. Good shot of starting to look in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Moved by November. Start looking in April, you'll be moved by November.
Okay, what is this? What is this? Okay, Morning Star. Reincarnation has never been proven. No one visiting the spiritual library ever comes back with something not previously known.
I understand. This is one of the skeptics. All I know is that for me, when I was growing up, I was afraid of Germans because my father was in World War II. And I'd have nightmares about Germans, couldn't stand to hear the language. But when I went to a place called the Rhinebeck Aerodrome in Rhinebeck, New York in 1991, and I knew nothing about World War I at all. The minute I saw the German planes, it was like there was an explosion in my head and my heart. And the two things I heard were, there's a story there, and I flew those. All of a sudden, I desperately needed to speak German. I would look at pictures of pilots. I knew that one. I hated that one, etc. And when I had a past life regression, I saw someone that I didn't know and had, I hadn't really looked at. And all of a sudden, I found this person. And when you look at them and you look at me, it looks like it's my grandfather. We look very much alike. It explains how I felt about certain religions that had no trigger in my own childhood. It explains why I used certain expressions. So that was not just out of there. That was a past life memory that I needed in order to rebalance things in this life.
Interesting. Morningstar said, I mean, she's not a doubter. She just says psychic ability is real, magic is real, resurrection is real. I guess she was just trying to say reincarnation has never been proven. But because she goes, I'm Jewish, German, and Cherokee. There's more, but that's the majority of my DNA. Girl, I get it. Virginia says, you are amazing. And DeMarcus came back here and said, what was it? What was he saying? I heard you mention numerology. The number 3 seems to want my attention. What does this actually mean from your perspective? The number 3.
Okay, DeMarcus, our lives go in 9-year cycles. And 3 energy is creative and social and right-brained and adventuresome. But if you're in a 3 personal year, you're going to be scattered like a cat high on nip with too many toys. If you're in a 3 personal year, I tell you, you need to focus on 1 or 2 things so that you have something finished by the end of the year, or energetically you have a pile of empty pizza boxes and a tequila bottle and nothing done. 3s are gregarious. They are social. They are very creative. Actors, artists, a lot of them have 3s in their full numerology.
Interesting. Corbie, how many past lives on average do you think a person has?
Yvonne, I have no idea. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Here's why. You may have had 3 amazing past lives, which taught your higher self, your soul, everything you wanted to know. Then there are those of us who really enjoy the human experience. I'm one of them. And we keep coming down to see how much else we can learn, to see how we can help. That's where you get into karma, not being carrot and stick, but karma is 5 things: healing, service, contrast, unbalanced energy, and healing of beliefs.
Gotcha.
So we come down as many times as we get to learn stuff.
Hold on, I was just trying to. I was going to put your. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. There it is. I was just trying to get your site back up here again so I can put it up. So everybody, you know, like Corbie says, there's been some personal stuff that she doesn't get into because you don't want to talk about some of your personal stuff with all these people that are going to see this for years to come. But right there that is the link to Corbie's website. So everybody that's listening on all the different platforms that we're covering today, which this is probably this show is doing really good.
It's wonderful.
And that's how
you're going to notice I don't charge thousands and thousands of dollars. I've got like 24 different readings. One of them is like a short 5-minute, one question thing. Then there are more complicated ones. Don't spend more than you need to. I'm fast and I'm practical. Okay.
All right. And Abby James, God bless you. You keep asking a bunch of different questions. And, there's other people standing in line. Will I move? Will I ever be in love? Will I do this? You just keep coming at me 100 times here. Anyway, let's go to, what does Holly Chia say? I have 2 sisters wondering, will I be the only one that will care for my mom? I will do. Here we go. Here we go, Holly Chia. Holly Chia. I was thinking of the Chia Pet things. I don't know why.
This is a lawyer's card. And Holly, what that is telling me is you need to get some legality stuff in line now. Hold on.
God bless you. God bless you.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I had to give you
because you shouldn't be the only one. So you need to look at who gets what. You need to look at where her money is. Can it help if she needs assisted living? All of that stuff. You may be the only one that's going to make that part happen. But I think that all three of you will be part of the care.
There you go. Interesting. So Corbie Mitleid is my fabulous guest here, psychic medium, author. She does it all. But if you've got questions, some general questions you'd like to ask, because there's a lot of people that keep popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out, and you're wondering what the hell is going on. She's my guest, and she's taking general questions. And if you got something you want to know, hey, hit it here, and we'll see what we can do. Like David Swift just wrote, I have a question, maybe off point. I saw a bright light floating into my family room. It was as bright as a light bulb, and it was very long. And I got up and I went right to it, and it disappeared. I was in shock. Now, this has never happened. Was it spirit?
You bet your booties, David, because the same thing happened to me in the 1970s.
What?
I was in an apartment in Cambridge with my then boyfriend, and we saw this pulsing blue-white light that was in the living room and moved into the bedroom through the French doors. And I spoke to it and said, you know, this is what I think you are, but I am not prepared for this. And it went blink. And we had, it could not have been a reflection of a car or anything, because we lived on a back alley.
Right.
So yes, it is. And, you know, I'm going to jump. Morningstar says reincarnation is just a Hinduism belief. Egypt believed in eternal life. A pharaoh wouldn't want to return as a pharaoh. Guess what? The pharaoh doesn't have a choice. Let me explain, my friend, why. Let's take the actor Matt Smith. Matt was the 11th Doctor on Doctor Who. He was my doctor. But when he hung up the bow tie and the too short pants, he became Prince Philip in The Crown for the first 2 seasons. And when he was done with that, he hung up the Prince Philip costume, and now he's some whack job in House of the Dragon. The Doctor and the Prince and the whack job have no say in each other's lives. It's Matt. So the higher self, the soul, may have come back as a pharaoh, but then said, I was rich and I was powerful. What is it like to be just a peasant? And the soul would come back as a peasant. You, me, Esther, we are one and done. This recipe will never be back, but our souls keep coming.
Okay? There you go. All right. I'm glad you did it, because she was hitting us with a lot of questions, and I was like, oh, yeah. My friend, and I love your groovy jacket. Oh, thank you.
Yes, it's all my favorite colors, Esther. It's stunning.
It's so silly. Let's see. Holly Chia says, thank goodness. I feel I'm the only one thinking about my mom's future. Okay, Virginia had another question. Book on my life events. Should it be written? Do you see I should go back to the social work path?
That's kind of 2 questions, Virginia, but let me pull quick.
Yeah, because
Should you read the book?
What's that?
Should she write the book? Get your ideas down first. Should you go back to social work? Yes, because you could solve a lot of people's hurt domestic problems. Yes, you could. This is the most important card.
You know, it's interesting with Virginia. I'm trying to get rid of her question there. Here it is. Interesting with Virginia and I. You know, she was on my page for years and years, and I never knew that she read the tarot and had psychic abilities until one day she goes, "Spirits have been driving me crazy, and they want me to talk to you." And I was like, "What?" And she called me on a Saturday morning and did a spread. She sent a picture of the spread and did it, and that's what's happened. And I know she's going through some crazy things with work and stuff, but her meeting you and Debbie and Lewis and Pat, she tunes in every Sunday if she's not watching the football game, which I'm sure she's probably watching the football game right now and doing this. But it is amazing that I find these people who have the gift but yet they also need a little help too. And that really is incredible. Let's see. Yvonne says, I love that explanation, Corbie.
Thank you.
There's somebody else talking about their health. Let's see. I need, okay, here we go. What is this? Stephanie, here we go. We're going to pull a card on you. I think Corbie's going to pull a card. I need good news. Is there a little something coming my way? Thank you.
Steph, I'm going to pull out my Osho Zen deck for you. That's the philosophy deck. And we're pulling 3 cards for you. Number 1, it's all your mind. You are telling yourself horror stories. Second, the guidance card does not mean so you should call me later. That is not what the guidance card means. But it means that you're going to get some external guidance that will pull you out of the tough stuff. The sewer is what I'm hearing.
There you go.
But you're going to have to go completely into it. That doesn't mean if someone says, yes, come see me every month and pay me $1,000. That's not what I'm talking. You're going to get information that will help you pull yourself out of this pity party and move forward. One thing, and that will do it for you. But this has to be cleared out.
Okay, people, you keep coming in because I see the numbers in the corner. There's a lot of people listening and a lot of people watching. This is the biggest amount of people I've had since Crazy Sloan. I love Sloan Bella.
Love it. Love it.
Sloan comes in and it's like, uh-oh. But today we're doing really good. We're being consistent. Usually it starts off big and then it goes down. Today it started off big, went down just a little, and has stayed the same through the entire to an hour and 11 minutes. Morningstar is still going at it, and God bless her. Dore's another one of our psychic friends who has the pendulum. She says hello. Hey, Craig. Craig. He said hello. Here's a general thing. Brian Howard just popped in. He's here on YouTube. Brian says, in general, will things be good for me?
I would say that's a big yes, because that is the Queen of Pentacles who is holding money and prosperity in both hands. Good year for you, my friend.
Yes. And Stephanie says, therapy. I'm doing it. And thank you again. Aw. Uh-oh. Look. Oh, look. Oh, God. Look who just popped into the room.
Claudio.
Oh my God. Okay. What were we saying at the beginning of the show? Or was it before?
Allie was going to pop in. Boom.
Boom. You said, this was before we went on the air.
Yes.
Allie's going to pop in today. Oh, my God.
So for everybody who doesn't understand, Claudio is Allie's son.
Right. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I am very emotional. You have to understand, Allie is the reason why I know Corbie. And I know Claudio, God bless them.
Yes.
But I always pick on Claudio. Claudio always picks on me. But it was just, whew, I don't know why, but I feel she's here. She's around. I feel her big time. So what did Claudia say? Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. How fun.
Okay. Julianne Yvonne, inbox me right now, beloved. Get rid of that piece of shit.
What is it? What is it?
She is Julianne. Her name is Julianne Yvonne.
Is she? I don't see her. Where?
Yes, she's under the therapy I'm doing it and thank you again question. So
gotcha. Delete comment, block user. Gotcha. Okay, back to okay. Hold on. Claudia was saying something here. My streamer friend is discussing psychics, and Amanda mentioned you guys were live, so I figured I'd come say hello. Aw.
Darling, anytime you want, and tell your sister she and I still need to do coffee.
Coffee. Claudia says she's everywhere all the time.
Yes, she is. Look, Allie, we called Allie Chatty Cathy of the Dead. And the reason we called Allie Chatty Cathy of the Dead is because when you were sitting with her, it's like you pressed a button, out it would come. And a couple of other psychics and I were with Allie, and we were trying to give each other like 5 minutes. Sharita would take 5, I'd take 5. Allie would have 20 because you could not shut her up. No. And she is still Chatty Cathy of the Dead because now she's dead.
Right.
We adore her.
Yeah, Allie is the reason I know Esther. I know. Oh my gosh. Claudia was laughing his ass off. What did Claudia say? She would never shut up. Lovingly. Too funny. Somebody put coffees. Morningstar still going at it. God bless her. Let's see. Kylie Craig, you said anything for me, please. Can you be a little bit more specific? Just a little bit more specific. Hey, Claudio, you got any questions, by the way? So throw it up there.
Yeah.
You got our attention.
DeMarcus has one. Do you feel wearing certain colors helps you communicate with spirit or have any significance? Colors can have a lot of significance. Like, don't maybe wear pink. I hate pink. Despise pink. I'm blue. I mean, this is my very favorite color in the world, screaming peacock blue.
Right.
So colors that we wear that make us really comfortable, yeah, we're going to be more up there. But it really is personal preference.
Virginia goes, don't smear your mascara, Esther. Eileen says she got goosebumps just now when we were talking about Allie. Here we go. Okay, finally, Kylie says, do you see my mom around me, please? Are you from England?
Kylie, that's me. If she says mom, yes. Kylie, my darling, that's a mediumship question. And we don't do mediumship here. Not that you're wrong for asking, but when I do mediumship, it is a lengthy process, 10 to 15 minutes, because I get your loved one and you have a chat. So in order to do the thousands of people that are tuning into Esther, I don't do mediumship here.
Okay. This is making me emotional because are you ready for this one? Weird asking a question, but we've been discussing a future little one. Thoughts?
Little girl, Claudio. Little girl. Interestingly, I see her long legs and sneakers. So this is going to be, I don't know if she's going to play tennis or whatever, but this is not your little Italian American princess. This is someone who's going to be out there rocking and rolling. When? Let me see if I can get a best when for you. Hang on.
Claudia goes, I want a boy. Dang it.
I'm sorry, darling, but Sophia wants a sister.
Oh my God.
You could catch in May.
Brings a new meaning to spring fever, huh, Claudio? Oh my God. And Debbie sees the same thing.
Sorry, you're getting pink booties, Claudio.
Hey, Claudio, you tuned in when all the psychics are on board. That is so funny. Any other psychics? Virginia, Doré, do y'all want to tune in? What kind of baby Claudio and Amanda are gonna have? She wants a brother. She's got the other 3.5 sisters. Oh, right.
Maybe twins. Are there, Claudia? Are there twins in the family?
Yeah, are there twins in the family? Okay,
In
Kylie.
which case?
Okay,
Maybe.
Kylie. I don't. Interesting. Let's see. What was it? Kylie said. Okay, can I ask a question? If you can see any more grandkids for me?
Hold it. Yes or no? Yes. How many shots? 2 shots. Pink or blue? First a boy, then a girl.
There you go.
That's one of the rare things I just don't use cards for. It's just kinetic.
You hear that, Kylie? Boom, boom, boom. And then there's a love fest going on. Oh, Virginia says she sees a tomboy.
Sneakers. Not stilettos. You could be right.
God. Oh, how funny. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. He says, from what we learned about Mom's family and the adoption prior to her passing, we did learn that 2 of her aunts were twins. So possible, I guess. Oh my God, I forgot all about that. Remember we found out that
Yes.
she was adopted?
Yes.
She lost her craziness. I mean, she lost her shit on that. I mean,
Yes.
I remember that. Oh my God.
So what you need to do, Claudio, is you need to have a conversation with your mother and say, Mom, you got to find us a double. Okay? Even if it's fraternal twins, a boy and a girl, we need a boy. If anybody can make it happen, Claudio, it's your mom.
Right. And how appropriate you would come on to. You never come on the show. I'm here. I'm here. Corbie's here. I mean, because of me, we all met your mother. Yep. Virginia says, yep. And Kylie says, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Kylie.
The numbers have popped up again, people. My guest is the incredible, the amazing Corbie Mitleid. She's fabulous. She's a psychic medium. She's an author. And we're just having some cool connections here today. People coming in. But if you've got any general questions about life and finance, well, I want to say finances, are you going to get we don't want to see what your IRS returns are or whatever.
Yeah, or your lottery numbers.
Yeah.
But remember, you ask me lottery numbers, and I will always say me first.
All right. And Kylie goes, I have 10 so far, beautiful grandbabies. Debbie's got to run. Bye, Debbie. But let's see. I lurk when you're alive while I work. Okay, whatever. Dore says, I got chills.
Wasn't that Claudio who was saying that he lurked?
Yes.
Yes, Claudio. Yeah. So that's all right. You can lurk, darling.
He goes, I just don't always chat, my friends. I lurk.
Okay.
But Dore, our other pendulum reading psychic, she said she got chills. There you go. But how cool is that?
See, I really admire the ones who can use pendulums because I can't. I have a slight benign tremor in one hand, so I never trust what I get with a pendulum.
Yeah, Dore is on our team and that little group of 6 or 7 of you, and she's amazing. She's actually been in my home. She is another person that I've known. God, Dore, how long have we known each other? 12 years, 13 years?
Since Moses was in diapers. Yeah,
she's a beautiful woman. She lives in a situation like you. She lives out in the freaking wilderness. They had a wood burning cook stove keeping the heat when everything went out. Jeez. You know what I mean? And she lives in, it's like Northern California, she and her husband. But she came here a couple years ago. Well, she's been here twice to visit me. And just a delight. And she takes that pendulum out and she just twirls. And it's
like my friend Debbie Dyer in Canada. She was brilliant with a pendulum.
Really? Okay. Yes, Holly, you can ask a second question. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, Eileen.
Tarot card reading. Eileen sending love and light, my beloved. Anything, my beloved, get it. Get it. That's crap.
I'm trying. I can't. How do I get rid of this person? Okay. Okay, this is another one of those people that I can't get rid of.
Okay. Listen to me, all of you on there. If you get something from tarot card reading and it says love and light your way, my beloved, that's a poacher, that's a thief, that's a scam artist. Do not answer them. Do not give them any of your information. No reputable psychic ever comes in to try to steal people from another one on the air. And that is what this person is trying to do.
Yeah, I can't. They are using something because I cannot delete them. I can't mute them. I can't do anything. Interesting. Tarot card reading. Okay, how do I get rid of tarot card reading? Oh my God, I can't get rid of him.
It's very simple. You know how you put my name in all of them, in every one. You just write tarot card reading is scam. Please ignore, and you put it on all your feeds. That's what you do.
Gotcha. Thank you. It's like tarot card reader is a scam.
Yeah. And Morningstar, you couldn't possibly be a threat to me, which is not to say my aura don't stink. But there are 8 billion people in the world. I can't read them all. If there are other good psychics out there, I think that's fabulous. Okay.
Is she still going? There it is.
Now, Morningstar is a guy, I believe.
Oh, do you know who?
And live and be well, my friend. Go and have lots of good clients. Make a good living.
I wish I could do that. I'm going to say, I'm putting her into timeout because she's not stopping. I didn't delete her, but I'm putting her in timeout.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Tammy Benson. Well, Corbie might answer. If you see something in the sky, sometimes the same spot, wondering if it's a USO, and it does disappear, it looks bright and stationary.
It depends on how big it is. Sometimes it's a planet. But if it's stationary and then zip move, that is a UFO. Wish it was the Enterprise. Probably isn't. Don't think they're doing another time show right now.
Right. Oh, okay. So, Claudio says my empathic abilities have been on fire lately. Thoughts?
My darling boy, who's your mom? Of course. Claudio, you or your sister could probably do your mother's work. because she was so good that I cannot see it not passing on to the two of you.
Right.
So I'd say, use it. I always recommend my book opening, not my book, but the book I started with, Opening to Channel, to make sure you know how to ground and center and shield and talk to your guides. But if it's starting to kick up, you need to learn how to use it and protect yourself when it's out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. I just said everybody to block him. And Richard. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This one's interesting. All right, David Swift. This is a question about auras and Richard Simmons.
That's wild.
Not trying to drop names. Richard pulled me out of a crowd in the middle of his class. I was observing. He said, I read that. I read. I that he reads. He said.
I heard that he read auras.
I heard that he reads auras. The after class, he only wanted to talk to me. He sat down in front of a large crowd and proceeded to tell me about his family concerns. Brother, he really believed, and was he right? Maybe about my aura. What does lavender purple aura mean?
Okay. That's okay, David. Have no idea why Richard Simmons did what he did, but auras can change depending on how we're feeling. When I'm really pissed, my aura is red. When I'm meditating, my aura is blue. So lavender purple aura. Lavender is always 7th chakra. So probably you were getting some higher level energy at that point, which could be what Richard was reading.
Yeah, probably. Virginia said to exactly, Corbie, stop hiding, Claudia. And let's see. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Thank you, Brahms. Christina has Christina has it way more than I do. I refer to it as my gut feeling, but I know it's my empath ability. It's okay, David. You should see some of the mistakes I type, but very, very sweet. All right, people. We're here at an hour and 30 minutes. 90 minutes we've been up here with Corbie. How you holding up, Corbie?
Oh, it's fun for me. I could do this forever.
Red Rover, how are you? Where have you been?
Hey, you.
I haven't seen you in a while. Look at you. Okay. Here we go. Here, Holly's asking, my little sister needs a break. I'm wondering if she'll find another job, hopefully by the end of February. Here we go.
Let's take a look.
Here we go. I'm gonna have a little bit more of my cocktail here. The ice is melted.
If she loves it, she will find it, but she's not going to settle for just any job. It has to be something that she will really, really enjoy doing. That's the big thing for her.
There you go. All right. I'm trying to figure out how they do that. That person, it's like anybody I can usually get rid of. You know what I mean? So they must have some sort of spam software to be able to avoid me from Facebook. But
very probably. But that's why all you can do is warn your peeps. Warn your people.
Thank you. I guess I'll just have to do that, but he seems to have stopped for the moment because I think everybody blocked him. So I'm doing that. Here we are, still same amount of people coming and going, but it hasn't moved.
That's great.
If you have any, I know a lot of you keep asking questions. It's okay for right now, but hey, Alan, how are you? Thank you so much. Alan is another one of my dear old friends from way back when. Well, let's see. Dory goes 2011. We met in 2011. Okay. That's when we met. 2011. I thought it was sooner than that. Okay, hold on. I was just what is it? These are going by so fast. Hold on, people. What is this? Can I get a reading to finding my purpose this year?
No.
This
is why. No psychic can tell you what your purpose is. That's like saying, hi, I know I'm supposed to read War and Peace, but you read it, so why don't you just tell me what happens? You have to look at what your purpose is. Now, what your direction is for this year, yes, I will pull a card on that. But
that's probably what he meant. I bet you maybe he meant my direction. Maybe not your purpose.
I'm actually going to pull one of my angelic cards for you.
Interesting.
Jophiel is liberation. So your purpose this year, your focus this year should be on getting rid of anything that stops you. Getting rid of people who stop you, getting rid of people who don't believe in you. That's your job for 2023.
Okay, this is Demarcus came back with an interesting question. Do you communicate with spirits in your dreams, or are you aware when you're dreaming?
Okay, DeMarcus, one of the things you're talking about is lucid dreaming, which is an
Mm.
actual thing, but it's tough to do. Go
Mhm,
look that up.
mhm.
Do I communicate with spirits in my dreams? Maybe, but I don't remember. Does one communicate with spirits in one's dreams? Yes, they come to us all the time.
Interesting.
I do know that when I dream about my father, who I was very close to, that's usually a direct communication.
Interesting. Oh my God, this is my good friend Robert Klein
Okay.
from Washington D.C. Good question, Robert. I'm 66 and I plan to retire at age 70. Should I retire earlier than 70 or do what I desire?
Okay. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. I have pulled 5 cards. See if there's one that indicates when you should retire.
There you go, Robert. The
66,
slippery one.
67, 68, 69, 70. All right. I think that at 67, there is someone who's going to get in your face so that you will basically want to say, screw you and the horse you rode in on. If you wait until you're 69, that's not a good card. That's a card that says taking advantage, elder scam, something. So if you can go until 67, 68, that's probably your limit.
Interesting. There you go. Let's see. Angela. Oh, thank you, Angela, New Zealand. Oh, very sweet. Because I forget what time it is there. Tomorrow. She's already lived today. It's tomorrow there.
Yes, it is.
Let's see, what is this? Oh, it's a health question. Robert says thank you.
You're welcome. Health questions.
There you
For
go.
health intuitive readings. StacyWells.com. She's the best medical intuitive in the US.
Right.
I don't do health questions because I'm a hypochondriac myself. So God knows what I would pick up for you. But Stacy is the best. Talk to Stacy.
You know, I love it when we get these are questions I love. Do you believe in angels? If you do, I was told Raphael was around me, my protector. What does that mean?
Okay. We all have angels. We do.
Yeah.
I actually saw them in my apartment in Atlanta in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I got in a car accident that should have killed me, but didn't. And I know that it was angelic energy protecting me. Yes, we have them, but angels are not people. It's not like It's a Wonderful Life. Angels are completely different, higher vibe energy beings. Okay? They're not the little Hallmark cutesy things. But yeah, we got them. Everybody's got at least one.
Really? And do okay, there's a question. So do we evolve into angels or angels?
No, that's like, does a frog become a waterfall? No, 2 different things.
Gotcha.
2 different things.
Gotcha. No, because you hear somebody dies and they become an angel. That they die and
they become a guide. They can become a guide.
Yeah, they like a guardian.
Yes,
like a guardian.
spirit guide. Like my father. Like my father who comes in and does medical intuitives with me when I need them.
Right. And it's like Allie popping in. She's like hanging out, doing her stuff.
Yeah, and Allie ain't no angel, but she's definitely a guide.
That's so funny that I mean, I'm still floored over that.
Why? It was Allie. Why are you floored?
I'm not floored. Well, that Claudio popped in and Amanda said, "Hey, Esther and Corbie are doing readings." Well, I'm not. I'm just sitting here coordinating shit. Ziegfeld says, what are the small black floating things that I see? They are about 1 foot from the floor. In Florida, they're cockroaches. They're those flying cockroaches.
Part of me wants to know, do you have floaters in your eyes? Because they all look like little small black floaty things.
Okay, got some good questions coming. Okay.
I'm not sure. I get your eyes checked, and that's not a snarky answer. That's you should go get your eyes checked, my darling.
Irina,
I saw my angel as a baby in my crib, hovering over my crib, my first realization of life.
I'm trying to say, that almost looks like my friend Irene. No, that's not. Never mind. Here's another one. Frida says, how can we find our guides? Here we go.
Boom, Miss Frida. Seriously, This is the book that I learned with some 30 whatever years ago. It is wonderful. It is by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. And the reason that I suggest this is because if you're going to go playing upstairs in the astral, you have to learn how to protect yourself. It's Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer.
Interesting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It'll run you through the exercises. It'll give you good structure. It'll build your skills. Because I keep telling people, you don't need to pay me to get to your guides. You don't. You can do this. Okay.
Okay. We got time for a few more here because what are you having for dinner tonight? I saw. Okay. I have to say something. I saw the cookies you made this morning. I gained 5 pounds just reading.
Sorry about that.
I know it looks so good. You have to understand, chocolate chip anything is good to me. And I saw your cookies and I went, get out of here.
Sorry about that, darling.
I know. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Tonight it's Mediterranean. It's going to be chicken cutlet sauteed with artichokes and olives. A little white wine.
Woohoo! All right, we got time for a few more. So we're going in over. We're going to move in towards the 2 hour.
Kim Greenleaf had one too.
Huh?
They missed. Kim Greenleaf. Should I look into relocating or stay put?
Yeah. Kim Greenleaf. Hold on. And. There it is. Kim Greenleaf.
Yes.
Not to be confused with that person. There you go.
Okay. If you relocate or if you stay put, let's draw one card for each. If you relocate, don't overspend. Don't be house poor. If you stay put, you have a lot more money to put into fun things. So that's what I'm hearing. And if you think relocating is going to downsize you, no, it really won't. So for now, stay put. I don't see you relocating until early next year at the earliest.
Virginia, it's Stacy Wells. Who you're asking about. Hold on, Stacy.
Here it is.
There it is. Stacy Wells. There it is. Right there. StacyWells.com, Virginia. Okay.
All right. And guys, if you're going to talk to Stacy, tell her that you found them on Esther's show. Okay.
We should have her on. You think she'd come on?
I don't know. She wouldn't do readings like this with me. She is an actress, singer, dancer,
right?
But she's not the comedian I am. So I'll ask her.
Yeah. It's like with Pat. Like Pat Dumas loves coming on now because she has fun with the two of you. Because what were we going to start doing, like the monthly, the two of you together or something? Or
we did one. We'll see. Maybe every 3 or 4 months we can do it.
Every 3 or 4 months. And DeMarcus says, I just want to thank you both for making this happen this evening. Miss Corbie, Spirit is telling me the color green would serve you well.
DeMarcus, that's because that's my husband's favorite color. He's probably slipping you a 20 to tell me that. So
oh my God. DeMarcus, where are you? This evening? You must be, are you on the East Coast or are you in the United States? I just find that interesting. Okay, hold on. What?
Yes.
I'm reading this Arnold Jan. Oh my God, you read I apologize for this. My name is Arnold. I'm responsible for exporting cotton. I need to contact you. I'm making a donation that will be useful to you. I suffer from throat cancer. My attending has just informed me that my days are numbered because my health is deteriorating. Huh? Did you see that?
Yes, and he's going to ask you to contact him and give him your PIN number.
And I'm deleting that and block user. Done. Yeah, I saw it. But I saw for a minute. I thought he might have something, interesting.
Marcus says he's middle of the map. He's St. Louis.
Middle of the map, St. Louis. And Kim says, thank you very much, Middle Miss Greenleaf. Okay, so last chance before we move on, and she gets to go have Mediterranean food, and I have things I've got to do. Oh,
I know.
But last chance. If you got a general question, hit us up. There's so many people listening, but nobody's answering.
I know. All right, it's 6:39. We're going to cut this at 6:45 unless you all start giving me some questions here.
That's right. It's 6:39. You got 5 minutes. Five minutes. 5 minutes. I wish I had the that thing. Everybody's loving it. They're all saying thank you. So,
Excellent.
you know, thanks so much for the readings. And you know what we're going to do? It is
What?
now 7. It's 3:39. Can I please get a love card?
Yep.
Huh? There
Yep.
we go. No? Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here we go. They're coming in now. Here you go,
Okay.
Gail.
The love card, darling, you're keeping yourself too small. You need to be out there. You need to be bigger. That's when people will see you.
There you go. And there was somebody asked something. Will I be able to see my father again before he dies?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Is that that's
Yes, because he's not dead yet, so it's not a immediate question.
Here we go. There you go. See, threaten them.
Flowering says yes. But you have to do some inner forgiveness work before the contact is made.
Okay.
Whether it's you forgiving him or him forgiving you, doesn't matter. You need to clear the energy between the two of you.
Okay, and this one's interesting. Nakia McDowell says, I've been stuck in this rut. When is it going to end?
Okay, let me just see if I can get a solid card. March. Now, this is the wishes fulfilled card, but it has a second meaning. Be careful what you wish for, you're going to get it. So in March, whatever you've been wanting is going to happen, but happen fast. Make sure you've got it all planned out.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. David again. I've seen, what does he say? I've seen spirit my whole life, but I forget the memories often. Why do some of them actually want me to see them? What do they want?
You'd have to ask them. For me to tell you what they want, short circuits the whole situation. They want to talk directly to you, David, because you've got these abilities too, and you know it.
Nakia says, thank you very much. Well, look who just woke up. Hi, champ.
Hey, champ.
He's stretching as he does this whole thing where he walks out and stretches. You know how the cats do. Oh, I'm here. I'm stretching. Life is good. Whatever. Eileen says, sorry, my question got messed up. Yeah, you were talking about your microwave. I didn't get it. Is this the place I viewed the right space for my holistic healing? And what is that?
And palliative care center. Just make sure that it doesn't have too many rules and regs, because you are going to be a little different than most. If they are willing to let you do things like the incense and the singing bowls and all of that stuff, sounds good.
Virginia says, can I get the retirement age? 80. Oh, that's so funny. Leanne Braumeyer said, could you pull a love card for me too? Okay, here we go. Leanne, a love card.
Number one, if the guy isn't smart, or gal, no. I mean, some of them are gorgeous, but they have nothing upstairs but dust bunnies. No, you need someone who is really, really bright. Otherwise, you're going to get bored so fast.
Elizabeth says, thank you very much. Virginia, what do you want to know? Your retirement age? Please. I can't, my business, we don't retire. We don't retire.
That's right.
Someone said, thank you for hosting and coming on, Corbie. You look marvelous. Oh, she needs to hear that, because I always have to go through her. And when I go, Corbie, you look fabulous. No, I don't. Corbie,
no. You look marvelous. Esther, that's for you, baby.
Oh, stop it. Okay, will my nephew get mentally stable? She's asked that twice. Here we go. Sharon Trojan, here we go. I saw it. I just was coming to it. Here we go.
All right, 3 philosophy cards for that.
Philosophy cards?
Yes, meaning not just tarot, but the Osho Zen cards. Thunderbolt. That may mean some of the magnetic treatments for depression would be useful. There's got to be some serious work. It can't just be like once every other week.
Right.
And yes, it is possible.
There you go. Virginia says, pulled cards with 67, 68, and 69. And
she wants to know? All right. Because that was for him. You wanted to wait.
Oh, and Janet DeBella says, Barbara and I thank you. I'll call you in a little bit, Janet.
If If you could hold it to 71, you'd be best off, but that's up to you. I'm like Esther. I am not retiring from this.
Oh, and
I tell you, I'm going to be doing this until I'm 2 weeks dead, and then I become a spirit guide. Just, change on the sign.
And by the way, Corbie looks marvelous too.
Emmy, you're darling. Thank you.
I do that. All right, that's it. We're at the 45 mark. Oh, wait, wrong thing. I had the wrong damn thing. Hold on. I was trying to do this like really cool and pull out with the perfect thing. There we go. Everybody, isn't she fabulous? Give it up for the fabulous Corbie Mitleid. And as always, Corbie will be here next month. I mean, we got a double whammy,
yes.
Which we'll set up and everything. But you know how to get a hold of her, CorbieMitleid.com. All the information is on the YouTube page and the profile for this show, and on the Facebook page and profile for this show. So if you want to get a really in-depth, powerful reading, you can get it by going to her site. And it's like she said, it doesn't cost thousands of dollars, but it's money well spent, especially because it gives you peace of mind. I love you, Corbie. You are the best. And
Esther, so marvelous to see you.
I know. You realize I haven't done this since the summer.
And stop. No more of this 6 months nonsense.
But see,
You're coming back more often.
He always hogs. That guy right there, he hogs everything. He does.
I'll have a chat with him, darling.
And who's above him? Me. He's below me. Everybody, we love you. We'll see you next Sunday. And I might come back. I don't know who my guest is next Sunday. I have a funny feeling Debbie Tatel or Lewis are going to pop in. Anyway, I love you all. And this is Ester Goldberg with Psychic Sundays. Tune in. I'll be back a little bit more in the coming months. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Okay, now how do I turn this damn thing off?